Hello and welcome to the next installment of my double jaw advancement surgery video update to chronicle my recovery from double jaw advancement surgery to correct sleep apnea that occurred on March 29th, 2017. Hopefully you've seen the one that outlines the entirety of the surgery, and this is just an update of how I'm doing at a point in time from when I recorded the video that shows the impact of this surgery that it has had on my life, on my day-to-day. So hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is September 29th, 2017, exactly 6 months from the date of my double jaw advancement surgery for sleep apnea. I have unsuccessfully managed sleep apnea for about 8 years, starting with a jaw appliance to pull my jaw forward. That resulted in me developing some issues with my jaw and my teeth, which required orthodontia. When I got my teeth lined back up, that caused the sleep apnea return. I had a septoplasty and turbinate reduction surgery in my nose because I broke my nose playing soccer. And none of that seemed to work. I also consulted with a ear, nose, and throat specialist about the Inspire device, which is an implantable device that provides stimulation electronically to your throat to keep your airway open in your sleep. And that was not an option for me, although anatomically I was a good fit. Fitness level, activity level, health, the fact that I wasn't overweight and a non-smoker were all good things going in my favor. But because I was so active and had so many orthopedic issues related from sports related injuries and multiple MRIs, that device was not MRI compliant, and the battery life was 10 years, and it was just ruled out because we'd be talking about getting that done 4 times. And the fact that I wouldn't ever be able to get an MRI, and based on the number of other injuries I've had and the activity level, I was referred to a surgeon to evaluate permanent jaw advancement via surgery. So that's what I did. One of the things I would cleared up very early was, as an athlete who plays soccer actively, not professionally of course, but I work in the business because I coach and I run clinics and camps and coach teams and run a club. And I need to be able to play soccer because that's just kind of who I am. And so with the double jaw advancement surgery, the jaw would be strong enough afterwards that if I got hit in the jaw hard enough to break my jaw, it would have broken whether or not I had the surgery. So for that, I opted to do it, knowing that it'd be a 6 to 9 month recovery. A lot of the blogs out there focus on the first month. What you ate, how do you eat, the liquid diet, the syringe, when you could finally eat out of a straw. What I'm doing is I'm going to share with you my story over 6 months. I'm going to show pictures of the recovery, talk about the complications, and then there's a number of snippets that I will show over different periods of time on how I was responding in my day-to-day life. One of the things that I haven't heard before that I wish I would have known is just how impactful the surgery is and how much it changes your life. Because someone like me who sells enterprise software, who presents to customers and speaks in front of people, coaches clinics and camps and speaks with parent groups where I have to talk, my mouth has changed. I've developed a lisp. I've developed a nasal sound, at least that's in my head, that drives me absolutely crazy. The functioning of my mouth muscles and facial muscles have changed. They fatigue. It becomes difficult to hear me and difficult for me to articulate, especially early on. I still have numbness and tingly sensation in my lower lip and my chin. My upper lip right now is very stiff because 3 weeks ago I had a nasal reconstruction because of a complication from my surgery. And during that surgery, they also went back in through my upper lip and removed the plates and screws from the top. So they took out 10 screws and 2 plates to give my sinuses some more area, some more relief because of the complications. And so what I'm going to share with you over the next 15 minutes or so, and I apologize for the length, is pictures of what it looked like, and then periodic snippets or videos of where I was at different stages, what I was experiencing that day or that week or that month, how I was responding to it. Because the biggest thing I will tell you is that while physically it is challenging, and even if you have a high tolerance for pain and you're really good at recovery, the mental strain of feeling your body physically recovering 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 6 months does get to be a lot. And for anyone, I think. And I don't think that I was really prepared for that part of it. I knew that it was going to be a long surgery. I didn't expect the complication that I had in the subsequent surgery, which I'll talk about a little bit as well. But, I'm going to be talking when I'm all said and done about almost 2 years of my life. I'm only 6 months in, so I'm not even halfway done apparently. And I think it's helpful for you to know if you're considering the surgery. I think from an airway perspective, man, oh man, when I take a deep breath, I can breathe like I never got air before. I'm not achy and painy in the morning from all of my joint injuries that I've had over the years because I'm getting oxygen now when I sleep and I recover from working out, and I don't have to put shoes on to walk to the bathroom like I used to because my body is actually recovering. My body is not it's not being deprived of oxygen, and so my sleep is actually restful and recovery. So that's really important. And you know what? I'm probably not going to develop a heart condition from at least lack of oxygen in my sleep. If anything, it'd be from stress and a crappy diet, but like I can fix both of those things. So I really think that, it will be better for me in the long run, healthier for me in the long run, albeit very frustrating at times. I think it's helpful to know this stuff, not just that, I was able to eat a liquid diet with a syringe, but really, if you see 3 months from the surgery or 6 weeks from the surgery, me trying to talk and articulate the challenges I'm having while I'm also trying to coach people or present to a customer or whatever. I don't realize how bad it was until I go back and watch the video, and I think you need to see it just so you're aware going in of what you're dealing with. Would I do it again? I don't know yet. Depending on how my nose heals, maybe. But if I have this feeling in my nose and my lip and jaw forever, probably going to say wasn't worth it. I am very optimistic, though, that this was the right thing to do. I'm hopeful that my story helps you just understand what to expect, and that, you go in with kind of an open mind and a realistic expectation on what recovery is like. Because, this was an elective surgery that would hopefully extend my life and not, at the current rate, with the way people are dying in their sleep of respiratory failure related to sleep apnea or developing heart challenges and issues, and the amount of stress that I have in my life as it is, even though I'm active. I mean, I'm 48 years old, and if I continue to go down the path of getting less than 5 hours of sleep for 2 straight years like I did, with very limited like REM cycles and really poor oxygen quality, I think that it could have been bad. So, I'm hopeful that this thing will really change my life, and that I'll be better for it and more rested, and I can already tell in my body that it's responding well. It's just the challenges that are different types of challenges now, that I want to share with everybody who's willing to listen to it. So enjoy the really gnarly pictures early on. Nobody expected it. My wife didn't. My friends didn't. When people saw me, they were in shock. I was actually in shock when I looked at myself in the mirror. So it's just something to be prepared for. So check it out.